Representative Rogers. Dr. Boyd. Representative Butler. Representative Chestnut. Representative Cole. Representative Keel. Representative Kirkland. Representative Lawrence. Representative Paramore. Representative Shaw.
Here.
Representative Stahagen. Representative Wood. Representative Yarborough. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Quorum's present. We can now conduct business. We will move our agenda around a bit. We're going to start off with SB 4 and Representative Lovern. You're acknowledged to represent that legislation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. SB 4 I'm handling today is this issue that this body's been very supportive of, and that's our safety of our children with the school resource officers. There was location of a slight change we needed to modify to allow our state police to be able to serve in that capacity as well. And that's all this bill does, is adjust that after retirement threshold to where they could earn up to $52,000 a year. And I'm happy to answer any other questions you may have.
I have a question. Yes, sir, Mr. Rogers. I also want to say that if you have a question, please make sure you're acknowledged by the chairman. Okay, Mr. Rogers, please go ahead.
Sure. And how we deal with other bills before we here for the redistricting bill? How we deal with all the bills? Now, I thought when that's not in the call, you got to have 2/3 votes. We had to have 2/3 votes. How do we deal with these other bills before we here for the redistricting bills?
That's a great question, Mr. Rogers, and we certainly need to keep as narrow as possible, but with the safety of our schools, I think this was a priority seen by many.
How do we get? I could have put me couple in there. I wonder how we get the bill in here and get it voted on when we're supposed to be dealing with one bill, and then all of a sudden we got this bill and couple one other bill. Not that I'm against the bill, it seems like it's unusual that how we get them in there, and where I remember in the past it takes 2/3 vote or something like that override the call or something get in the call. So I remember us being voting on to get 2/3 vote first, and now we got it in committee. So tell me, I just want to know how this procedure works. I mean, I like the procedure. Hey, I wish I had put me one in there.
Sure, anyone is subject to be able to file a bill during this process, and the Speaker's office would look at it and see which ones feel like an urgent need for the state to be handled at this time. And we do have a great need for these school resource officers in our schools, and I'm thankful that the Speaker and the Pro Tem thought that this was a priority that we need to at least acknowledge. And if this committee body sees fit to move it forward, then the chamber will have the opportunity to vote to see if it would move forward to passage through the governor.
I just wondering because everybody telling me that this is for reapportionment, and then I was surprised that we had you'll be not the only one they put in the hopper. It's a couple of other bills put in the hopper that are not doing reapportionment too. So I just wondering. I mean, when the call and specify those bills, and usually when I know we got to get 2/3 vote of the House and Senate to get them in there. I just wondering, what happened. So especially this case money, right? This is dealing with financing too, reapportionment, dealing with money and financing too, right? You got to give money for this, right, to the budget.
Well, it'd be through the salaries through those organizations that the money they've already been allocated. This just opens up for additional people to be able to apply for those opportunities.
So it's not going to affect the budget. We're not doing anything to affect the budget already.
No, sir. This just opens up the application pool to where state police can apply for these positions because they're capped now at post-retirement income. And we've got a lot of retired state troopers that would love to serve in our school capacity, serving as safety officers that are not only in school safety, but they certainly are mentors in the schools, and love to have some of our retired state police serve in this capacity.
No problem with it, but I just wonder if it's dealing something with the budget. We've already passed the budget, and then you come put a bill in now, they're going, and the budget gone already. It's signed in law, I assume. But I just want to make sure they have anything to do with the after effects of the budget.
This wouldn't affect the budget. This just opens up the applicant pool to more people.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Representative Rogers, for the comments. Okay, at this point, we're ready for a motion. Okay. Okay, we'd already got some, Mr. Rogers, but thank you. Okay, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you, sir. Your bill passes. Thank you,
Mr. Chairman.
Piece of legislation.
Thank you.
At this point, we bring up HB 5 by Senator Livingston. and Senator Livingston is not here, and I have a substitute. At this point, I want to substitute HB. Let's see, the House bill version of this. We'll be in the. Yeah, so we're going to sub it for the opportunity bill we had in committee Tuesday, areas of what was it called? Communities of interest. We're subbing it for that community of interest map. And at this point, I'll entertain a motion.
Oh, got a couple of questions. Just a few questions.
Okay, go
Just a
ahead.
few questions.
Okay. This is on the motion to substitute, correct?
That's correct. And then I want to make another statement, but it's on the motion to substitute. So what we're doing is, I want to make sure that I understand you correctly. We're substituting the opportunity map for HB 5, the community of
We're
interest map.
substituting Livingston. We're
The Livingston
substituting
map
the,
is
we're substituting the map that we done in chamber yesterday for the Senate map.
And so the substitute is identical to the bill that we
Passed yesterday.
passed yesterday.
The bill that come out of the House yesterday, we're substituting that for the one that come out of the Senate.
Okay. And I want to make one other statement as it relates to the bill that was passed on yesterday. Since we back on that bill, and I just want to make this statement for the record. There have been some statements made about the plaintiffs agreeing to accept a map that was less than 50%. Well, those statements wasn't made under oath. Those statements were made prior to this litigation. Those statements were made during the reapportionment and redistricting sessions in 2021. And they were sent by email, and that was in support of the Singleton County Whole Plan. So those statements wasn't made in reference to the litigation or the reason why we're here today. I just wanted to clarify that for the record, to make sure that we understand that the plaintiffs is not going back and forth about what they would accept, what they wouldn't accept. So doing testimony about this case in 2022, the plaintiff specifically said that they would only agree to either 2 majority-minority districts or 1 majority-minority district and one that's really close or quite close to a majority-minority district. So I just wanted to clarify that for the record, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we will.
Also, I know now. I'm kind of confused now. Yesterday we voted. Y'all ran over the post map out yesterday as a committee. That was terrible. Now we're going to a more terrible one on the floor right now. That's just Senate version, right?
Senate version is on the floor, and we have a motion to substitute the House version for the Senate version.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Senate, can somebody? I mean, I might want to vote the Senate. So what's the difference between the Senate version and this version?
It was in your packet, Mr. Rogers, if you want to look at it.
Where is it? I'm kind of. I got some paper down here. I got the Milligan Castle map and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking. I don't see it. So other words, can somebody explain to me the difference in the two plans?
That's Pringle's map. This is Pringle's.
Okay, all right. Am I right? He just told me the Senate has 38%.
That's correct.
Come on. And the House got 42%. That's you going from the worst, from bad to worse, worse to bad. This is ridiculous what we doing here. I mean, we ain't making no sense right now. We like.
Okay, Mr. Rogers, while we're looking for the map for you.
I'm looking for the map right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Dr. Boyd while you look for the map. Thank you.
All right.
Dr.
The
Boyd.
map, explain to me right now what the difference is that we going from 42% that you had yesterday.
Yes, sir.
38%. Then we gonna go back from 38% to 42%, which is just as bad. But we gonna substitute. So we make the Senate mad. We not gonna take the Senate map. And so then we gonna go to conference. I'm assuming.
Yes, sir, it looks that way.
and then we gonna get screwed either way it goes. So anyway, okay. So I don't know what to do really because I don't like neither map. So I'm just trying to tell you what I'm trying to get to what we're looking at. We're looking at going from hill to hill 1 to hill 2. Yeah.
But, Mr. Chairman, thank you for the
Dr.
recognition.
Boyd, go ahead, please.
Number one, we were here for a specific purpose. My first question is, if either of those maps, have we addressed what the courts ask us to do? And if I'm in error, I thought they asked us for 2 minority congressional districts. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. We talked about that all day on the floor yesterday.
Yes, sir, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more today, in the sense that I don't think it's fair not only to us, but to the people we represent. We're coming in here today with a substitute. Have they seen it? We had hearings, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry. When I spoke yesterday, I said it's not an issue of D's and R's. It's not. It's an issue of fairness. We had how many hearings around the state before? I'm going to move on.
Okay.
God knows.
Okay.
This is an opportunity, Mr. Chairman. Wait a minute. For one time in the state of Alabama, for the records to get it right. But to get it right, it takes courage to remove a D and to remove an R and do the right thing that they ask us to do. I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Boyd. Okay, so the substitute is not a surprise. It was passed by this committee on Tuesday, and it was on the floor yesterday. Okay, so I have a motion and a second. So all in favor of substitute, say aye.
No, roll call.
Roll.
Before we get into it, so in a way, somebody I know I'm kind of old, kind of against this thing. I don't know. I ain't seen too many bills in my time, so something can confuse me on these bills.
It's in your packet, Mr. Rogers.
The mayor we voting on because I'm voting in the black. Somebody in the audience can explain to me what this map is that we voting on, what it looks like. Cause I might like it.
It's the same one we had yesterday in the
I
chamber.
know about one we had yesterday. I'm talking the city map. City map might be a good map. Everybody explain it to me. Somebody we voted so I ain't seen it. I mean,
Yes, sir. No one's here from the Senate.
so
yes, sir.
Just kill it because they're not here.
Yes, sir.
I haven't seen it until now.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to have a roll call vote on the substitute. Clerk, please call the roll. Okay, it was. I told you it was. Yeah, I did. Okay, we're going to go back and call for the motion for the substitute.
Oh, we're going to vote.
Okay, first by Butler, second by Paramore. Okay, we'll have a roll call vote. Clerk, please call the roll.
Representative Sells,
Yes.
Representative Rogers,
No, I don't know what I'm voting on.
No.
Dr. Boyd,
No.
Representative Butler, Representative Cole,
Yes.
Representative Kirkland, Representative Lawrence.
Yes. I'm sorry. For the record, no. I'm sorry.
Okay, yes, sir. Representative Paramore, Representative Shaw,
Yes.
Representative Stahagen,
Yes.
Representative Wood,
Yes.
Representative Yarborough. Okay. Yes, let's have it.
Okay, bill is substituted. Any further questions? Seeing none, entertain a motion for a final passage. Okay.
Yeah, something else be for the
Randy Wood, we just did it.
Yeah. They moved it.
And
Now, Pringle bill.
The same deal.
okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
No,
Okay,
roll
okay,
call.
we'll go back roll
We're not
call.
gonna-
Okay,
This
not-
is for
not a problem.
records
Yes,
that it
ma'am.
has
Yes,
to
ma'am.
be in a court, and it should
ma'am.
be what it is.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we'll do it.
Just vote no. Just don't argue. Just,
Representative Sells,
Yes.
Representative Rogers,
No.
No, nay, whichever is correct.
No,
Nay is correct.
Dr. Boyd,
Nay, no, double. Many times as I can get on there.
Representative Butler, Representative Cole, Representative Kirkland, Representative Lawrence,
No.
Representative Paramore,
Yes.
Representative Shaw,
Yes.
Representative Stahagen,
Yes.
Representative Wood,
Yes.
Representative Yarborough. The ayes have it.
Okay, so SB 5 passed as substituted. Next up, we have SB 3, and I think Representative Corns will be handling that.
I was going to handle it. I just got a message from the speaker, and Osney is going to come and explain what we're doing here because I haven't read the memo yet.
Okay,
Okay.
What did he say?
okay, we'll acknowledge Othney.
Vain.
I think I'm on equal footing as far as timing, but I'm glad to be up here. So this bill is a bill y'all passed yesterday out of
Correct.
the House, passed out of this committee on Tuesday, passed out of the House yesterday. The Senate on the floor amended the bill to remove local constitutional amendments so that going forward, we'd still be ratifying all the past bills, and going forward, you would still have the BIR and local constitutional amendments. I think Representative Carnes and I were just informed maybe y'all have an amendment to go back to what the House passed, but that's your choice. Is what's in front of you is what the Senate passed is amended to exclude local constitutional amendments, and what y'all had passed applied to local bills and local constitutional amendments.
Right, puts it back to original bill, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have the amendment, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we're going to hear the amendment first.
Yes, sir.
Representative Stadhagen, Leader
Replace
Stadhagen.
line 12 on page 1 with the following. Transmit local laws or constitutional amendments before the transmission of basic. Replace lines 60 and 61 on page 3 with the following. Paragraph C shall not affect the passage of local laws or local constitutional amendments, the adoption of resolutions. Replace the line 118 on page 5 with the following. Sign and transmit local laws or constitutional amendments before the transmission of basic.
Okay, you've heard the amendment. We have okay, we have a motion by Representative Wood. We have a second by Representative Butler. All in favor say aye. 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 Any opposed? Okay, the bill is amended. Do we have any questions or have any motions for? Okay, motion by Representative Wood, second by Representative Shaw. Or bill as amended. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, that looks like that's our committee meeting for today. Thank you, members, and thank you, people. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.